Hey guys, what's up? It's Fern. Thank you so much for joining me for another Planty video. So today is going to be another installment in my monthly series where we do plant updates slash highlights. I walk through my collection and show you anything exciting that's going on and also give just any general updates about my houseplants. And I do have a big annoying one, so we will get into that. But first, I just want to say a huge thank you for 100,000 subscribers. I'm gonna make a whole video talking about this more, and you know, but I had to mention it because this is gonna be my first video that I'm posting with 100,000 subscribers, which honestly just blows my mind. I knew I was gonna hit it soon, but I didn't think I was gonna hit it like the night that I hit it. I was honestly just very shocked. And yeah, I'm so grateful. And I know to a lot of people, you know, it's just a number, but to me it's so much more than that. It represents each individual person that's here, it represents community, and it's also just a reminder for me of how hard I've worked, and it inspires me to keep going. And yeah, it just means like so much. So thank you. And also another huge thank you to everybody who has messaged or left a comment about it. I appreciate it so much. I'm just, you know, unfortunately unable to respond to everybody. I wish I could, but yeah, just thank you so much. Okay, so now I'm going to talk a little bit about the general situation that is going on here. And now I mentioned this in my last video, and on Instagram, so a lot of you probably know, but I am dealing with a quite large, probably larger than I'm even aware of, flat mite outbreak. So if you're unfamiliar with flat mites, they are mostly being talked about in the Hoya community right now. However, they can affect like pretty much any plant as far as I know, and they're microscopic mites that damage your plants, and they're very tricky because you cannot see them with the naked eye. So I do have a little Wi-Fi microscope. I can link it down below in the description box because I've had some people asking, but it just like shows, it just syncs to your phone and you can see what's going, like the image is on your phone. So you can record, you can take pictures, you can look at it as you're going, and yeah, that's been super helpful to me. I honestly should have had that in my favorite products for the month of November, now that I think about it. But yeah, that's been a very useful tool because it has helped me to diagnose what is going on. I've also had people asking if I'm gonna make a video about it, and I might make a video like documenting my experience, but honestly, there are people out there who have made much more thorough, informative videos than I have, so I will link them down below. Adam from Not Dude and Betsy Begonia both have videos regarding this topic that go into, you know, like a lot of depth, and I've been referencing them as well, so I will link those down below in the description box. As far as my channel goes, it's just like us kind of fumbling through this plant parent life together, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have all the answers, and I'm not like a very, I don't know what the word is. I just wing things a lot, I guess. I don't know, I'm very type B personality as much as I wish I was type A personality. But yeah, that's kind of, you know, the vibes here. So yeah, you're gonna see a lot of my plants over the next couple of months have white stuff on them, and that is the sulfur treatment that I'm doing, which honestly, quite unpleasant. My house smells like a rotten egg. I mean, it's not that bad, but whenever I have to like open the door, like the FedEx guy came yesterday and I was just like, oh my god, the embarrassment. Because when I open the door, it's just a big gust of, you know, egg farts in the face. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I am gonna be treating all of my plants. I've only gotten like halfway around this room so far, but I am gonna be treating all of them. It's a 6-week long process. And on top of that, I also have spider mites and I also have mealybugs. But honestly, even though I have these 3 annoying pests, I would rather have all 3 of those over thrips. So I'm very thankful that I have not had to deal with thrips this year. Honestly, what a nightmare that was last year. So yeah, I feel like I'm going through this like plant struggle era. Like none of my plants are really, I mean, they're fine, but I just feel like none of them are really doing their best or looking their best. So hopefully once I've gone through this whole treatment process, you know, things will improve a little bit. But yeah, we're all just kind of hanging on for dear life over here. Okay, so now I guess I'm just gonna grab the camera and then we will start walking through, and I will point some things out to you and we'll just, you know, hang out, look at plants, chat. gonna be great. Also, look at the monkey there. Oh my goodness, he's just the cutest thing in the world. You snoozing monkey? I think we're gonna switch things up and kind of go backwards this time. Normally I start in the bedroom and end over here, but I think we're just gonna start here. So, let's take a look in here. Honestly, I don't think I really have much to show off in here. Everything is just under treatment, as you can see. So the main Hoya that really started suffering was my Hoya Finlaysonii right there. And then I took the microscope and was looking at it, actually because a lot of people commented on one of my past videos, like a few videos back, and said that it looked like flat mite damage. So thank you so much if you were someone who commented that, because that really prompted me to examine that plant. And yeah, sure enough, I found them on there. So yeah, my Melanochrysum, not doing well. It has spider mites and possibly flat mites as well. So yeah, I don't know. I'm probably just gonna end up chopping that up and starting again for like the 10th time. I mean, despite everything that's going on, the plants aren't doing that bad. Here's my subpinnata that we potted up in one of my last videos. I mean, it kind of looks like crap, let's be honest. But yeah, this is probably one of the best looking plants in my cabinet. This Anthurium, what is this, Crystallinum, or Magnificum, Magnificum luxurians hybrid. I featured that in my last video because I'm literally obsessed with it. My Mame is still growing. This thing grows like a beast, even though it's had spider mites like so badly. It has sulfur, but the sulfur is kind of like attached to all the webbing and everything. Yeah. I read that the sulfur is like moderately toxic to spider mites, so I don't know if that is going to, I mean, I think it'll help, but I might still have to be doing like my other miticide treatment after this. I don't know. I honestly don't know, you guys. I'm having a time over here. Yeah, Gigas looking amazing. I showed that in my favorites video as well. Also, my Anthurium, I don't know if you can see that deformed Anthurium leaf back there. A lot of my Anthurium are just coming out like really damaged and they're yellowing. So I took the microscope to those and found flat mites as well. So I'm hoping that once this is over with, my Anthurium will start growing nicely and like be doing really well for me, because I thought it was just me, but I don't think it is. I think it's because of the flat mites. So, I mean, it's a good thing that I found them, you know? We do have a new leaf trying to come in on the Florida Beauty here, which looks like it's probably all variegated again. Actually, this one actually might have green on it. I don't know if you can see at the top there. It looks like it might have green. So I'm actually kind of curious to see that. I think I'm gonna end up chopping up the whole plant. I'm just gonna, you know, chop like every node. And then see if I can get any babies to sprout with variegation. So that's probably going to be the next move for that one, but I do want to see that new leaf, so I'm just kind of waiting on that. There was flat mites on my Philodendron Majestic as well, and on the cutting that I have in here. We'll skip over here for a second, but I recently took this Philodendron Majestic cutting, and it looked really damaged here on the new cutting, and sure enough, flat mites. So yeah, that kind of sucks because I really, really like the leaves on these cuttings. Okay, over here by the sink, I never really talk about these plants because there's just really like nothing going on. I mean, this one's definitely the best grower over here. This Parallel Peperomia, which I love. It's so stinking cute. But I noticed the other day that unfortunately my Raven ZZ cutting that I have been growing for almost 2 years just randomly died out of nowhere. I was like, okay, like, bye. So weird. I feel like I put so much patience into this and now I just have nothing. So it's very annoying. But I do still have my Raven ZZ cutting here, which I'm gonna pot this up soon. I mean, it's got lots of roots, so it looks healthy. I will be potting that up soon. And hopefully it will grow into a plant. I'm like the most stubborn person ever. I could go and buy Raven ZZ, but instead I insist on trying to grow a plant from these, you know, small cuttings. My poor begonia gray feather looks awful. I need to overhaul this plant, honestly. It needs to be moved. It's like in the dark here, so that's why it's not growing well. Like, it just looks so sad. Yeah, this started going downhill and then I just kind of neglected it, but I am definitely going to be chopping this up, restarting it, putting it somewhere bright, and yeah, that is on my list of things to do. It's like so sad because I love this begonia so much. It's one of my favorites. Sometimes things just like go into neglect mode though. Oh, this is very fun. I put Christmas lights on my Wally Grow planters and I think that it is just like the cutest thing ever. I'm obsessed. Yeah, I bought some Christmas lights the other day when I was at Canadian Tire buying my sulfur treatment. I was like, you know what, let's do something just a little bit festive, and I asked on my Instagram where I should put them, and most responses were on the Wally Grow planters. I actually did want to decorate a plant. I was thinking of doing my painted lady, and I do have more Christmas lights, so I was still thinking about doing it, but it's covered in sulfur, so I'd have to like take the lights off every time. Like, it just sounds like a pain in the butt, so unfortunately because of the mites, I don't think I'll be decorating any plants this year, which kind of sucks, but I did put the lights up here, so yeah. Because I haven't treated any of these plants. I figure maybe they're far enough away that they, I don't know, I probably should spray them down honestly, but I'm just enjoying the lights for now. Maybe I'll spray them down after Christmas, I don't know. But yeah, there's a little ornament on here too, like how cute. I love it, I love it. If there's one thing about me, I love mood lighting. I love any type of string lights, lamps, like I'm just all about that. I love fun lights. So yeah, as you can see down here, I've done a lot of sulfur treatments, so everybody is kind of speckled. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but what I wanted to point out here is my new Gloriosum leaf. If you haven't seen my last video, my favorites video, I actually need to move this. I'm gonna water it today, and then I'm gonna move it to here because it's too close to the grow light here. You can already see it's kind of like starting to get bleached. So I will be moving this today, but it's honestly like so beautiful. And this leaf, I feel like, well, this one kind of made me appreciate Gloriosum more, but this one is making me fall in love with Gloriosum. Like, I'm obsessed with this leaf. And she's actually at the end of her planter here. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, maybe, I'm assuming she'll kind of crawl out of here, and then maybe I can air layer, take a cutting, and start a new plant off from, you know, from the big leaves. Yeah, that's probably gonna be my plan. Oh, also, I forgot to say, I wanted to mention with this Wally Grow wall that these lights are not hot. I got a lot of people commenting on Instagram saying like they might burn your leaves. This crap was already here, that's not from the lights. But yeah, I got a lot of comments of people being concerned, and I really appreciate the concern, but yeah, these are not hot. However, some lights like this do get hot, so just be cautious if you put any lights like this on your plants or anything. These are indoor. I'm not sure if it makes a difference. Actually, you know what? I have an older set of lights, maybe because this is newer, but I have an older set of lights and they are also indoor lights, but they get hot. So I wouldn't put those around a plant, but, yeah, I don't know. These just, you know, plug them in and test them out before you put them on your nice leaves and everything. So yeah. Okay, over here, the Painted Lady has given me this new leaf recently. You can still see it looks like more yellow. Yeah, she's doing better. She went through a bit of a rough patch with that small leaf and everything, but she's doing better now. So yeah, very happy about that. She also, I decided to pin the second vine that's growing up to the moss pole so that one can grow up as well, and that one is doing really well. Also, it has a new leaf coming out, as you can see. And then my Billy over here is doing really well. I showed this in my last video too. I feel so much better about this plant, having it grow up the pole. Like, it needs the structure, you know? Like, this plant is crazy. So yeah, it just looks so much better. What else? My begonia Sinbad down here. Oh my goodness, these plants are looking crazy. It's blooming, so that's very cool. Yeah, very cute. This plant is finally doing better. It was looking a little bit rough because I kept underwatering it, but yeah, it's doing better now, and I still have a cutting of it in my cabinet as well. Ugh, it's just like so pretty. Everybody on the forest is looking good. My Peperomia Hope is growing a lot. It loves being up here. It's getting more light than it was before, so yeah, it's looking really cute. Same with all the Alocasia. They're all putting out new growth, or starting to, which is really nice. Oh, speaking of that, my Dragon Scale is putting out a new leaf also. So I finally caved and moved this plant back under a grow light. It was on my coffee table for a while, but it just really was getting like very low light. and I want to continue to see this plant grow and get bushier and larger. So yeah, I put her back under a grow light because that's just where she does best. My Maranta cuttings still hanging out here in water. What else? My Splendid is being air layered at the minute. I am going to chop it soon, which is very exciting. This is the biggest leaf, or one of the biggest leaves, I think. We have a new one that is starting to come out. Same with down here. I've been getting a couple comments recently asking why I am air layering when they're already on moss poles. And the reason is, well, there's a couple different reasons. One of the reasons is that, yes, there's probably a root system in here, but it's probably not very big just based on like how I care for my moss poles. Like this is bone dry right now because it's next to the heater now. So the roots in there aren't being kept like super moist, and you know, they're probably not in great condition. I don't even know if they would really be viable. So that's a reason why I'm doing the air layering, because this keeps all the moisture in, and it also just provides more surface area. Like the aerials on like facing out of the pole can grow into this. So there might be some in the pole, but there will also be some in the air layering here. So it's basically just for me to get like a larger viable set of roots. Does that make any sense? I hope so. But yeah, and it's so easy to do, so I feel like it's just like, you know, the move, because it's like minimal effort and it makes a really big difference. We have some bloomers back here, which is very cool. So I'm getting a third bloom on my Hornia Zebrina right there. Like this thing, I just can't believe how much it's blooming this fall and winter. Like look how cute, it's blooming on the inside this time. Like what the heck? Yeah, really cool. This thing took a while to, you know, start blooming for me, but now that it's gave me its first bloom, it just keeps going. So that's very cool. And then, very excitingly, let me pull this guy out. I am going to get a bloom on my Stapelia. I think that this is Stapelia grandiflora, but yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Like it looks big, it looks big. Oh my goodness, the lighting, it's so dark in here today, you guys. It is a very gray day, as you can see, but let's try to get, here, I'll go here. There we go. Oh my goodness, like, I don't even know what to expect. Like, I don't know what it's gonna look like when it opens. I'm just so excited to see it. I think it might be like that starfish looking type of bloom, but yeah, oh my goodness, this just keeps getting bigger, so I cannot wait for it to open. If anybody has one of these, let me know how long the bloom stayed for. Like, this isn't only gonna bloom for one night, I hope. I really hope not. Anyways, yeah, I freaking love this plant. I can't wait to repot it in the spring so that it will, you know, hopefully grow even. What is that? What is that? Oh my gosh, was it blooming from there as well? Oh my gosh, imagine if it bloomed and I missed it. No, I don't see anything on the ground. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, really cool plant. My jewel orchid is trying to bloom here as well. It's like very slowly opening up. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that as well. I hope that it actually continues to open so that I can see the flower, because oh my goodness, like how exciting. Oh my gosh, there's another one coming there too. How cool. Oh, I'm so happy I have this plant. I love when things bloom. Like it honestly just makes me so happy. New leaf on my medium is fighting for its life here because this plant is kind of getting scorched from the heat vent below. I need to reorganize this because yeah, the heat is just blowing straight up and it's all like curled and looking unwell. So yeah, the poor thing. I've been thinking about cutting this up. I feel like I've been saying this for a while. It's just so hard for me to bring myself to do it because it's just like so big, and yeah, I love this plant so much, but I am gonna have to cut it up because it's basically at the top of where the window is now. So if it continues to grow up, it's not gonna be getting a lot of light, or I'll have to move it down. Maybe I can move it down here. But I would like to cut it up and get it on a Trifolia pole rather than this, you know, skinny DIY pole. Okay, in here, what is going on? I feel like there's kind of a lot going on. First of all, my Philodendron Sharonia here is doing really well. This is the new leaf unfurling, which is really exciting. That's the first leaf to come out in my care, so very cool, and you can already see it's like starting new growth there. So yeah, she's doing really well. I've also recently trellised some of my Hoya. This is my Hoya fungi, and yeah, he has a trellis now, so I can see new leaves coming in. He seems to be very happy with that. And I also added one to my Hoya Crassi Petiolata Splash, sparkly one, which is like so cute. I have all my Monstera dubia cuttings in here still, and I think that they're all rooting, which is really great. So perlite is definitely gonna be my method of choice for these in the future. Yeah, they're doing really well, so I'm very happy with that. I mean, they are in the cabinet, so it's not like a true comparison compared to the sphagnum, which I just rooted in my bedroom, but still, I just think I prefer perlite. My philodendron tortum is giving me the first new leaf that I have gotten out of this plant in months. Ever since it was beheaded, when my grow light fell down, it took off the top of this plant, and ever since then it just hasn't grown. It took so long. I'm not sure why it took so long for a new growth point to come out, but it did. And yeah, this is the new leaf that's coming out, and it actually looks really big, so I'm very, very happy with this and cannot wait to see it. She's gonna need to come out of the cabinet soon too. Like, she's getting massive. Other than that, everyone's doing pretty well. All of my little Hoya, not really too many updates with the rest of the Hoya. Oh, this needs to be watered, my begonia. I do have a couple of new plants that I'm going to be talking about in my next Patreon video, but I will talk about them on here soon as well. Yeah, nothing too crazy. These guys are both doing really well back here. These climbing philodendron. This is the Bromarks Fantasy newest leaf. Yeah, okay, I think I'm gonna leave this cabinet at that. Oh my gosh, and look, my Anthurium vitirifolium has 2 blooms now. Like, what the heck is he doing? Okay, next, little update on my philodendron McDowell. We have a new leaf coming in. Also, thanks to everyone who commented, because I was unsure whether this was a McDowell or a pasta, and a lot of people commented and said that this is a McDowell. So, you know what? I'm just gonna go with that, you know? I'm just gonna keep going in a McDowell. So thank you if you commented. But yeah, we have a new leaf coming in here. Looks kind of small, and also is definitely gonna be doing the creasy thing. I can already tell. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely underwatered though, so this one could be my fault. You can really see like the red border on this one. Don't know if I can get it to focus. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you can really see it on that leaf, and it's cute. Anyways, yeah, fun to see a new leaf coming in, but probably not going to be the best leaf. And then we have my beautiful Tenanthe Laberciana over here, which also needs to be watered. Look, it's literally been on empty for a while, so it's like just starting to wilt, but this is a very tough plant, you guys. Honestly, especially in this whole setup with the pond and the self-watering pot, like, yeah, really, really happy with it. Mine's not that variegated anymore. Like, what the heck? Did these lose variegation? If anybody knows, leave me a comment. What can I do? I mean, some of the leaves, like this, still has variegation. Really pretty. Same with these. But yeah, I really want to get more variegation on this. Leave me your tips. Okay, entering the bedroom planty zone. Look at this one. She tucks her in. She tucks herself in to a little nest. Like, how freaking cute is that? Cutie girl. Anyways, let's start over here. So as you can see, a lot of these plants currently have the sulfur on as well. Honestly though, I feel like I'm already seeing more growth. Like, I feel like this obovata is even happier. Maybe it's in my head because it's only been a few days with this sulfur on. But yeah, I just feel like maybe it's already making a difference. What else? My little baby alocasia corm that I potted up is here. It's still doing okay. I think that the transition has not been too bad from being in there to being in here. We did this in one of my last videos as well, and it's doing okay. Shibariana is growing a lot. Like, every time I look, it's got a new leaf coming in, which is very cool to see. Such an incredible ficus, so still really, really excited about that one. I moved my Hoya quinquenervia into here recently because I was hoping to get some sun stressing on it, and this light right here, these have just like Sansi bulbs, I think, but they tend to burn my plants, which tells me that they're, you know, quite aggressive. and I thought maybe that would help sun stress my plants. So this is the newest leaf coming in, and it's quite, as you can see, like coppery. I don't know why we have like the two tones here. I mean, I think that'll just go away once it matures, because it's still like hardening off and growing and everything, but it looks pretty cool. So I'm really happy with that new leaf. And then we also have new growth coming in the vine here. This is another one that I recently put on a trellis, a little blue trellis. Like, how cute is that? My philodendron narrow is putting out a new leaf here as well. I don't know which angle you will be able to see. There we go, it's right there. So that's very exciting, and it's finally like up against the moss pole, so I'm very, very curious to see how it's gonna go with like rooting into that and everything, because these aren't super commonly grown as climbers. They can climb, but they don't need to climb, but I want to see if mine will climb and if I can, you know, get big leaves and stuff. So really exciting that that one is doing well. Such an easygoing philodendron and such a unique plant. Like, it just really adds something different. So yeah, really like that. We have my verrucosum here, and this is the newest leaf. I mean, I wish you could get the full effect, but it obviously has the sulfur on it as well, so that kind of, you know, takes away from the impact, but it's so beautiful. And I have decided to go ahead and air layer this one as well so that I can start a new plant, because we're at the top of the pole. And yeah, I don't know, I'm just chopping and propping and restarting these days. That's just the vibe. My serpent's still doing well over here, not really much to say about him. Same with my SP Columbia. We do have this new little caterpillar situation, but it doesn't look like it's close to putting a leaf out. I've recently been getting a lot of questions about my prop box. I never look in this thing. Like, I honestly haven't opened it up in so long, except to like throw different things in there. So I think I'm gonna make a video soon. It might even be my next video, we'll see, but I'm gonna make a video soon, or maybe next couple videos it'll come out, about my, going through my prop box, because yeah, literally haven't done that in so long, and there's a lot happening in there. So that will be coming. My variegated Hoya Bella, really hoping that this starts doing even better after the sulfur treatment, because I really suspect that flat mites were on this one as well, because it just has never been a good grower. My pink tie lipstick is looking very cute. It's actually growing so fast since I got it from Plant Haven Toronto. Yeah, I'm very excited about this plant, and just like can't wait to see it get bigger and to see it bloom and everything. And then over here on my shelf, this is the mealy zone. So I'm treating pretty much all the plants on this shelf for mealybugs, especially the Hoya they seem to really like. And also my Florida Ghost, for some reason, they like that one as well, which, you know, is annoying to me because I love this plant. It's one of my favorite philodendrons. New ghosty leaf coming out right there as well. It's still like partially furled, but wow. This one is turning green. And this one is still white, which concerns me a little bit. I'm a little nervous that it's not going to turn green, because I have been down that road. Oh shoot. It kind of looks suspicious to me that it might not turn green, in which case I'm going to have to move it away from the light, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. What else? El Choco is doing quite well. Yeah, that one's really bounced back, so I'm very happy about that. I've moved my multiflora up here because I just wanted it to get a little bit more light. Really, really happy with that Hoya too. Okay, down here is what is now being called my Monstera jungle. So I have all of my albos down here and my Thai, and also my Monstera subpinnatas, which the cuttings seem to be doing quite well. So really happy about that. There's more over here. They're just rooting in water. And then, yeah, my mother albo, which I don't think the growth point is doing. I mean, it looks like it's going to start doing something, but it hasn't really, like, popped out yet. Thai is doing nothing, of course. That cutting is in sphagnum back there, and then this one is in potting mix and doing really well. I don't think there's any growth point action on this one either yet, though. I will of course update when there is. And there is also going to be a new member in the Monstera jungle very soon. Yes, something is en route. I won't give away the surprise just yet, but yeah, very exciting plant is going to be added to my collection soon. Okay, and then along the windowsill, not too much is happening here. I really need to treat a lot of these plants for the flat mites, so that will be something that I will be taking on the next few days. But yeah, they're all just kind of hanging out. Oh, I did treat this one. I did treat that one because I watered him the other day. The Dark Lord and the Silver Sword. Anthurium forgetii, looking like crap, honestly. I think that I'm going to be chopping this plant up. I think I just want to start over because I'm just not happy with this. I'm just really, really not happy with this. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to be treating for pests and I'm going to be propagating. So we'll see how that goes. It'll be interesting because I don't have a lot of experience with propagating Anthurium. I have done the Vitirifolium and that went well. So hopefully it will, actually I've done the Clarinervium too. So I've done a couple, I guess, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I just hate these leaves and they take up so much space and, you know, they're just looking like crap. So yeah, that's going to be my plan for him. Like, look at how crazy. Like, are you serious? And there's flowers coming out everywhere. Like, oh my goodness, he's just gotten out of control. And then over here, all of my trailing beauties. I'm so obsessed with my linearis. I know I show it every time, but like, look at how good that's looking down there. I just love it. Cannot wait until the spring and summer. Trailing jade, I showed this recently as well. Looking amazing. Crimson Queen, looking amazing, of course. She always looks amazing. And then we have my Mathilde here. If you did not know, I recently took it off of the trellis. I don't know how I feel about that decision, but I just really wanted to know how long it was. And now I know. It is very, very long. So she's just hanging out here for now. I need to water her, actually. She's kind of thirsty. I might end up retrellising her. I don't know. She just looks so crazy because she really starts branching out around here, so it like gets very thick. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting plant at the moment. Then all of my beautiful pothos here. Look at them. Oh my goodness. I love them. Oh, she left. Okay, I think that's everything that I really wanted to go over. Yeah, interesting times right now. Like, interesting times. I'm not really stressed by the pests. I mean, I just like, you know, I feel like at this point in my plant journey, I'm just kind of like, whatever, like another pest outbreak. It is what it is, and you just have to roll with the punches and just deal with things as best as you can when they come up. So yeah, trying to be chill about it. It is a lot of work and it does take a lot of time, so yeah, not the best thing to happen, but what can you do, right? So I guess that is going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much again for 100,000 subscribers. And yeah, I hope that y'all are all doing well. I hope that your plants are doing well. I know that this is a really iffy time of year. Well, for those of us where it's winter, yeah, it can definitely be struggle time. So sending you all the good planty vibes. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave me a comment down below. I would love to chat with you. And yeah, that's it. I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Try